Farmer Train Swirl Etude is an embodied and subjective investigation of the field of house dance. House dancing is a style that was born in the clubs of Chicago and then New York, early 80s, and that's composed out of a very rich and diverse lexicon of steps that draws from the influences of many dances, salsa, hip-hop, rasta dancing from Jamaica, tap dance, and others. And in this work, in Farmer Train Swirl Etude, what I've been doing is that I've been playing with all the steps and moves and grooves and attitudes that I've encountered over the past 3 years. So in the past 3 years, what I've done is that I went to live in Paris and I traveled to New York so as to spend most of my time learning this style. And I've practiced it with others in the context of classes, jam sessions, nightclubs. Like, this work really is an etude. So in the musical sense of the words, it's a composition, it's a piece of work that is designed as an occasion to explore the possibilities of a particular technique here, which is house dance. And so what I do is that I'm playing with, I'm really exploring the form of house dance. And one of my big interests was that when I started house and hip hop, I really realized then how complex and rich the vocabularies that these forms had. And one of my big desires was with this work to really create a piece that could be read or that would invite the audience to read it. So a work that could be deciphered and that would honor the complexity of these practices. And a work that would honor and make visible the literacy that actually has been developed, so the literate knowledge that has been developed with these dances by all the dancers. So this work is an exercise in thinking, feeling, playing, composing, combining, and it's an invitation for the audience to empathically join this process, this mental, sensory, physical process.
Okay, so my name is Rino Sokol,
I'm Hernan Mancebo.
and we have made a piece and it's called Physical Proof. It's very hard to explain what exactly a piece is about, but if I would try, I'd say it's a constant dialogue between two young men who talk about themes which are in their life. So that's about what is masculinity, what is sexuality, what is affection, what is intimacy, how do we get close to each other, and how close can I let somebody in before I say no, that's far enough. And we let that conversation happen on different levels, on a physical level, on a movement, dancey way, on a vocal way or a speaking way.
We use a lot the imagination like a tool, and this make, let's say, an atmosphere where we can create whatever we need to create. So it's a tool to express very open and broad about our themes.
It's also, I think it's a good word, the imagination. We stimulate the imagination and we try to activate it so that we can create things which are not there. That's it. And I think it's good to say or to know that it's a form of meditation, the piece.
Yes.
For us and for the audience.
Yes.
That's important. There's this thing when you do something in front of an audience and you share your deepest feelings and emotions in front of people watching and in front of a witness performer, that you gain a certain insight, or it doesn't have to be like very clear, but you gain some deeper understanding of what it is you're saying. So in this way, there were many kind of small light bulbs going on a subconscious level, more often than going like, oh, now I know what that is about. But you come to some kind of revelations.
Yeah. If I have to say about the piece, is kind of exactly the same, but also I would like to say about the process, because he come from more from theater, I come from dance, so it was a short process but very intense, where we train ourselves in movement, in text, in a lot of ways of how we can communicate a bit more, be more free in with our tools in a theater level, physical level, energetic level. Let's say we train a lot of different things, martial arts, meditation. We went very deep in the piece, so then I think in the pieces everything is there. So yeah, it's impossible that it didn't change for us, no, because it changed through the whole process.
And also important that the piece is a changing piece. It's quite a transparent piece. So, transparent in a way that the conversations and the things that happen in our lives personally, because it's just kind of a dialogue between us two. So the things we experience in one day, we bring that directly into the piece. So the piece is kind of an open structure. So it will keep on changing every time. You will never see twice the same piece. It will always have a different feel, a different mental space which it occupies or generates. That's nice, you know. It's kind of an open conversation in a way.
Even though it's in the same line always. So
Yeah.
there is change in communication and in themes, but it's the same piece.